So in this video we're taking a look at two different types of cases. We've got the Mous Limitless 5.0 on the right and the RhinoShield Solidsuit case on the left. Both of these are for the iPhone 14 Pro, and I have reviewed each case individually on the channel. However, in this video we're taking a look at them both at the same time. We're going to go through things like what I like about each case, what I don't like about each case. In terms of price point, I'm not going to put a price in the video as prices are changing, especially with sales going on at the minute. So if you are curious about the price, links and any discount codes to purchase these cases or anything in the video will be in the description box below and the comments box below. So be sure to check that out if you're looking to purchase either one of these. Now, I'm going to start with RhinoShield. I'll go through what I like, what I don't like, and then we'll move over to the Mous Limitless 5.0. So starting from the inside, something that I think would be a better fit for the RhinoShield cases is I'm a fan of, whether or not it makes a big difference, I don't know, but I'm a fan of a case having a soft inner microfiber feeling, just because there's a lot of stuff like the MagSafe ring and stuff like that, and if materials and particles get transferred through the camera bump there, it could cause some scratches, micro scratches on the glass on the back, or potentially even a crack if the phone was to fall in the case and that shock was to go through that. Not a big deal, but it's just something that I prefer, that soft inner lining. Of course, both cases have their own material for shock absorption. And you can see on the inside of the RhinoShield case, we've got this nice shaped material, which should help with shock absorption and spreading the shock away from the actual device. Now, let's pop the phone in now that we've seen. Obviously, we've got the MagSafe ring in the middle. No surprise there. Let's pop the phone in. With the RhinoShield Solidsuit cases, they do offer quite a snug fit onto the phone, so you won't find much give. The only place you really find the give on these cases is going to be where the power button, volume button is, and that's majorly because there's less material there. And speaking of the buttons on the RhinoShield cases are interchangeable. So what you can do, you can either, if you have 2 or 3 different colors of RhinoShield cases, you can swap the buttons. Or what you can do is you can purchase a button pack from the RhinoShield website, and then you get a bunch of different colors like red, yellow, black, etc. You get different colored buttons which you can pop in there. And I have to say, the buttons on the RhinoShield cases are some of my favorite buttons that I've experienced on an iPhone case. Very tactile, not a lot of wiggle in there, and they protrude out enough that you can feel it when you're running your hand across, but not enough to be uncomfortable. Another thing I like is you get that lip on the front, so it kind of like curves inwards, as you can see on the front, top and bottom, to get that face down protection. Cutouts, very nice on the bottom, and then your mute toggle switch cutout also very nice. No issues there. The material on these Solidsuit cases, how do I explain it? It's not silicone-y fully, so it's not fully grippy, but it does offer you grip when you're holding the phone. And on the sides you've got a little bit of RhinoShield branding, but the sides are generally just smooth and flat, so you get decent amount of grip, I'm going to say that, but nothing extreme. This is something I'm not a fan of. Now, a lot of people are a fan of customizing their cases, and one of the things you can customize in these RhinoShield cases is the camera bump. You can see how easy that came off. You can swap it around for different colors. As soon as this camera bump is off, the cameras are not that protected. As you can see, they protrude out of the actual case. Now, let me show you something. Once you put the camera guard in, you get that camera protection. However, something that I've noticed on the iPhone 14 series models, which I'm not sure if the case manufacturers have noticed this as well, is with the camera bump being larger, and I'll probably do a video of this later on, with the larger camera bump on the 14 Pro as it's been increasing from the 12 and the 13, the distance between the MagSafe magnets on the 14 Pro and the camera bump has dramatically lowered, which means that when you're trying to use third-party MagSafe accessories like a mouse wallet, MagSafe charger, or even a Banks MagSafe charger, you're going to have clearance issues depending on how thick of a bezel the case manufacturer has put over the camera bump. Now every case manufacturer is different, but as you can see with that removable camera guard, that's quite a thick bezel. So let's, for example, we're putting the MagSafe wallet on there, you're going to see it's lifting, which means, and it's lifting quite a lot because of that camera guard thickness. The optimal place for the MagSafe magnet to attach to get the full attachment is this, and it's lifting up on the actual camera guard. Same goes for if we've got this Momax wireless charger, you can see it's lifting there, and same for the banks, I believe. When you put it on, you don't get that full adhesion and it lifts there. Now you may be thinking, well, what's the big deal about this? Well, there is a big deal. The big deal being, although the RhinoShield magnets in the MagSafe are some of the strongest I've experienced on any MagSafe case, which is a good thing, the fact that you're not getting the full attachment of the MagSafe on the case means that that strength is weakened a lot. And let me, if I show you this way, if I take off the camera guard and now we try and put on the MagSafe accessory, you can see how flush it fits. But now if I try and use it like this, my camera lenses are visible, and if my phone drops, they're going to be possibly get damaged. Same goes for the Momax charger, fits perfectly fine, and because of the RhinoShield magnets are very, very strong, this is probably one of the only cases that I've used which I can shake the Momax charger on and it doesn't fall off, just because you get that strong suction on there. However, again, because it goes over the camera bump, the cameras are visible. I think if RhinoShield, for the next iteration of cases, if they was to make this camera guard possibly this size or move it up closer to the actual iPhone's camera and slim it down a lot, this would be one of the top 5 cases in my opinion. It still, I would say it still is in the top 5. However, if you're someone that uses a lot of MagSafe accessories on the back, you may fall into issues with that. So RhinoShield, overall, great case in the same price range as the mouse one. However, we're having issues with the camera guard and the MagSafe attachment. So now let's move on to the mouse case and see if we have the same issues. So before we put the mouse case on, let's take a look at the inside. We can see on the inside we have finally got that soft microfiber feeling, which I do like. And then we've got the shock absorption AeroShock material going throughout the inner to absorb all that shock on drops. So putting the phone inside, I can safely say that you get a very, very snug fit. As you can see, I'm pulling quite hard on the edges here, but it's really coming up. On the volume buttons and the power buttons, it does come apart a little bit, but that is expected on most cases. But the rest of the case, very, very snug fit. The case feels a lot slimmer than the RhinoShield, I'll say that straight away. Even though neither cases are thick, but when I put them side by side, I'm not sure if you can see the RhinoShield, they may seem similar, but the mouse one actually feels a little bit slimmer in the hand. What I like about the mouse case is we've got these grooves on the sides, which gives you a ton of grip when you're holding it. We've got nice big cutouts for the mute toggle switch, nice accurate cutouts for the speakers, mic and power ports down there, which is always nice. We've got these new redesigned buttons, which are, although they are a little bit wiggly, doesn't bother me in my opinion, they're not going to fall out. But very, very tactile, no problems there. And they don't protrude out as much to be uncomfortable at all, so very nice fit. We've got, as you can see on the case, it kind of dips throughout the middle, so you get a nice slim feeling when you're holding it through the middle. But then in the top and bottom, you get them raised edges to protect the screen against possible face down drops. So if you do drop it like that, you should have no issues at all. You remember we spoke about on the RhinoShield cases about the MagSafe and the camera ring. Well, Mous are actually the only company which I've seen implement this. They might not be the only company to do it, but they're the only company that I've seen implement this, and it was such a shock that when I first got the Mous cases, I was actually wondering why did they remove the bottom section of the camera guard. I really had no idea, but then it came to me after using a couple of third-party MagSafe accessories that that's why. So, I mean, we could put the first one on, should be the Mous wallet. Slap that on. You can see how close it comes to the actual camera guard. It sits on it because they knew that that would interfere with MagSafe accessories, so they removed that bottom section. Fits perfectly fine. Banks fits fine. You get full attachment with the MagSafe, no gaps. And even the Momax, you get no gaps. This is one thing that I've seen on the Mous cases which I haven't seen in any other cases. If you've seen this on any other case, be sure to link the case down below because I'm really curious if there's more cases that have done this. And then even the Mous case, I can shake the Momax one and it won't fall off, which it's quite a heavy power bank, so that's a good thing. We've got minimal branding at the bottom, just Mous, and then lovely designs on the back. Now, with the RhinoShield, you do have the possibility to get a lot more designs. So if it's something about you want a specific design for your phone, you can get multiple different colors, black, blue, green, etc. And then you can get different designs on the back or print your own. So that's a bonus for the RhinoShield one if you want to get that. With the Mous ones, you're kind of limited to the aramid fiber, which we've got here. You've got black leather ones, bamboo ones. You've got the clarity ones, but they're not Limitless 5.0. And you've got like speckled fabric. And so you've got about 4 or 5 different designs to choose from when it comes to the Limitless ones. But yeah, I mean, for me personally, I don't mind. I like the aramid fiber one. I love the bamboo one. I just think it looks really nice with the black, how it contrasts with the black border and stuff. Very slim feeling phone. You get that huge amount of protection with it. Both cases have a lot of protection. With Mous, I've just seen more videos of like drop tests and stuff like that into the extreme. I'm a bit more believing in the protection that it offers, but then again, I'm not dropping my phone at over 10 feet, so it shouldn't really matter. But in my opinion, if I had to choose one, both are very good cases. Like I said, prices and stuff, you'll find the links below with discount codes, which one you want to get. In my opinion, I'm a very heavy MagSafe user, so the fact that this is catching on to the MagSafe accessories on the RhinoShield ones kind of puts me off. The Mous ones has that section cut off down at the bottom, which it fits for my personal use. It might not fit for you, but I really like that, and it allows me to use more MagSafe accessories without having that be an issue. The one thing I will say is the RhinoShield case does have a stronger magnet than the Mous case. However, with that issue of the MagSafe accessories catching on top, you're not getting the full strength of the RhinoShield magnet. So I think personally the Mous magnet is winning because you're getting the full suction of it, attachment. However, if RhinoShield was to lower that, or if I would remove the camera bump, then the RhinoShield magnet is stronger than the Mous one. So, then again, if you remove the camera bump, your cameras are exposed. So, leave a comment down below, which one do you pick? Don't have to be these designs, but would you go for Mous or would you go for RhinoShield Solidsuit? Be interested to hear which one you have at home. So thanks for watching. Hope this video helped you in your decision, and I'll catch you on the next video. So have a nice day.